Hello, Joe. It's Helen Frank. Thank you so much for doing your scan a couple of days ago. I'm just going to do record a quick video for you and to highlight some of the priorities within your scan. So just very quickly, as I discussed with you, we are not diagnosing any condition, okay? I know one of your primary concerns is your enlarged prostate, and I will be discussing that as we go through the scan. Okay, so sort of just keep that in mind. But in no way is this scan saying yes, you have an enlarged prostate. It's that was sort of a medical that's viewed as a check with a medical diagnosis. What the scan is going to show us is things that we can do, things that we can suggest that you can do straight away to actually start to improve the quality of your life. Okay. So energetically, we are all energetic beings, and that's what we're looking at on the scan. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to look at, this is the first screen, it's energy source. So the energy source screen is very much looking at our bodies as being a big battery. Okay, so as I said, we're all energetic beings, and in order to be able to function correctly, we need to have a good supply of energy. Okay, and this energy is stored in our what we call our body field, like our big battery body field. So we get energy from our environment. We get energy from movement, from water, from good, hydration, from the food that we eat, okay? From being in balance with the Earth's natural energy fields, from good quality sleep, okay? So where you see coloured dots on your scan and the results, it's indicating where the priorities are. So we're looking at the priorities on your scan. So you'll see straight away, there's a high priority around oxygenation. Okay, so this is about blood oxygenation, and our bodies need to be energized. We need to have a good supply of oxygen in our blood. Okay, when we have more a good supply of oxygen in our blood, it helps the body to clear toxins. It supports our brain system. It supports our nervous system. It also supports our body's immunity. Okay, so straight away, top tips that you can be doing would be to making sure that you're taking time out to do some deep breathing. Now, many of us do shallow breathing. Okay, we sort of kind of like breathe from, very quick breaths. Okay, what we need to be doing, we need to be concentrating on breathing deep into the abdomen. Okay, I can share some tips with you on how to effective ways to be able to do that. Okay, so this is not about sort of running around the park, because often that's more sort of shallow breathing. Okay, this is about breathing that we do while we're doing yoga or Pilates or even meditation. What you'll notice when we click any of these, you will have what we call help bars come in. And this is talking about what the actual scan result means. Okay, so I'd like you to actually spend some time reading through these help bars. Okay, moving on to the energy strength screen, we can see we've got 4 priorities straight away. Okay, we've got our stomach, liver, kidney, and immunity. Okay, so first of all, let's look at the stomach energy. Okay, this is looking at the whole of the digestive tract. Okay, in order to have good health, our digestive tract needs to be able to convert food effectively into energy. Okay, if it's not effectively being able to do that, it can trigger autoimmune responses. Okay, it can trigger inflammation in the body. Now, just quickly going back to your prostate, I don't know whether you've actually ever looked into this, but a large prostate is actually associated with inflammation in the body. So just hold that thought as we're going through your scan. Again, you've got all the help files. There's a lot of information here. I'd really love you to start to actually read through all of this. Okay. Also, the other thing that the digestive tract will actually accumulate is toxins and sometimes heavy metals. We've then got our liver energy. Okay, so liver is the organ that is a bit like the sort of the chemical clean factory in the body. Okay, liver energy is often associated with lifestyle. Okay, so you've heard of the expression fatty liver, which could be related to elements of our diet. It could be a lot of people, it could be alcohol related. The other thing that the liver is very sensitive to is environmental toxins. So one of the things we want to be thinking about here is reducing our exposure to toxins, okay, and increasing healthy, colourful foods in our diet. So think about moving away from the 21st century diet, which just tends to be sort of rather beige and bland and boring, okay, and moving into more of a sort of Mediterranean, you know, lovely colours in our vegetables and fruits, okay, because what the liver loves is fresh fruit and vegetables, okay. It needs that constant supply in order to maintain optimal health. We then got our kidney energy. Okay, so think about the kidneys related to the fluid regulation, fluid balance in the body. It's the sort of the filtration system in the body. Also the adrenals sit on top of the kidneys. So it's the obviously it's often our ability to be able to handle stress. So it's about stamina. Okay. So again, you've got all of the information on here. I'd like you to spend some time looking at that. Also very important, it is important to stay hydrated, and that doesn't mean drinking endless cups of tea. It is actually about having, you know, good quality water, okay, and making sure that we're staying hydrated throughout the day. And obviously there's an element of a link to that, to prostrate as well. Okay, we then have our immune system, okay. So immunity, okay, this, we're not measuring and saying there's anything wrong with your immune system. It probably could be, it probably could be working a bit better, okay. So this particular nutraceutical helps to boost the immune system. Okay. So if we go further down, I wanted to sort of highlight a couple of areas for you to make sure that you actually read these. You scroll down a bit, right? So with the biogenic scan and with NEST, what we're looking at is the link to Chinese medicine and immunity. Okay, so it's what we call the protective energy in the body. Okay, so if our immune energy is weak, pathogens can enter and cause infection. Okay, such things like colds and things like that. So it's, you know, really a sort of a hot topic subject at the moment. So we need to make sure that we are building our body's natural immune system, okay, and looking after that, okay, you know, and making sure that, you know, that we are protected. So everything in the body, when we're looking at some of the bioenergetics of the body, everything in the body is connected, okay. So we're not, you know, just looking at one organ system at a time. We're looking at this in the whole context. If I move on to your energy flow, we can see that we've got an area coming up around the spleen energy. Okay, this is linked to the meridians in the body, so going back to the traditional Chinese medicine. This is a high priority linked to the spleen and the lymphatic fluid in the body. Okay, so elements of immunity again. Digestive function, pancreas, okay, digestive enzymes. So again, we've got that, you know, something that's going on in the digestive system, which could be related back to inflammation in perhaps probably in the small intestine, I would think. Okay. So also this is linked to what we call our shock spleen meridian. So it's about shocking the body, it's about collapse, it's about exhaustion. Okay. What I also want to show, now we don't often look sort of go deeper into this, but I know this would be particularly interesting for you. Okay, I wanted to show you within the bladder region, this is to look at the urinary tract here, but we've got a couple of threes, which the numbers go up to 4, priorities around the prostate. Now, this is not suggesting anything wrong with the prostate, okay? We're not medically diagnosing anything. I just wanted to make you aware that it looks like there is some distortion, some inflammation around the prostate, which I think you already are aware of anyway. Okay, energetic immunity, and we've got immunity number 2 coming up. I have been talking about this one, even though it's in orange priority, is because this one is actually linked to coronavirus. Now, you mentioned you believe you had COVID last year before it was actually formally announced that it was a problem. And this would be an indication that there perhaps might be some memory of that in your body. Okay, so when we're looking at the nutraceuticals, this is probably an nutraceutical that I, because of your history, I probably would recommend that you would actually take at this time. Okay. We've also got the nerve terrain coming up. So the terrains are looking at old imprints of pathogens, from infections, also emotional immunity that could still be held within the tissues of the body. Okay, so this one can affect the nervous system and the peripheral nervous system and the brain system. Let's skip across to environment. Okay, so we look at environment number 1. We've got some posts coming up with toxic metals, okay, prevalent to digestion, and if we go to environment number 2, we've got insecticides, food, mold, and radiation. And anytime you click on any of these, it will give you the full rundown of what this actually is. Okay. So we are not saying that these are in your body. Okay, what we are looking at is your body's ability to be able to handle these toxins. Okay, so this is why we need to try and reduce our exposure to toxins so that we can create a clean environment for our bodies. And then on to nutrition, we have got malabsorption coming up, and oxygenation, which we figured that was there already. Okay, and then how your body's able to convert proteins, carbohydrates, and fats into energy. So other things on here, we've got, this is about minerals and vitamins. So this is your vitamins, fat field. This is not saying that you need to suddenly start taking extra B9 or B10. This is about how your body's able to metabolize these vitamins and these minerals at the moment. Okay. So that's a sort of a very quick snapshot of your body scan. Your recommendations, I've left them here for you. Okay, you'll notice that there's a little 5 in this little shopping basket. So when you click on the shopping basket, you'll actually be taken through to the Nest shop, where you can purchase those, and those will be sent directly to you. Okay. The My Health function, that's what I can talk to you about when you actually come and see me next week. Okay, so I'd like you to, as I said, I'd like you to spend a little bit of time going through the help bars, finding out, understanding more about this, okay? Because I know you have lots of questions, but let's get you started on the nutraceuticals as soon as we can, and then we can start that process to bring you back to optimal health. And when I see you, we'll go further into looking at some suggestions to changing some lifestyle habits as well. Okay, thanks, Jo, and I look forward to seeing you soon.